Alright.
Alright, so Evolve Wall Breakers are the newest evolution in the game. I broke my wallet open and snapped it in half just so I could buy the shop offer, which was the only way to get it in the entire game. The Wall Breaker evolution has come into the shop
I like the
with
animation.
no other way to unlock it in the entire game.
Nice.
It's literally the only way. You just buy this offer. You know, for $15, I could have bought laxatives
played
for another
it.
colonoscopy. Today we're going to play it. We're going to mirror them. We're going to clone them.
way
We're going to
back.
rage them. We're going to have level 16 Wall Breakers. It's going to be the best, man. And also, I wanted to talk about something that I keep seeing and something I've fallen victim to, which is, you know,
I
those
played
grind
it
set
back in the
videos
day,
where
but
it has a
after
guy
the
who's
champions,
like riding his bike and
I was facing all these
fucking,
people
you know,
who had pay to
studying
win
really
bullshit
hard in
cards,
the dark
and I had nothing,
and
man.
lo-fi
I was
beats
way
on,
under-leveled every
and,
time.
You know, grinding hard on the treadmill, working out at the gym, and it's like, cut everyone off this year.
And
Focus on you,
I
no one
usually
else.
just play,
Make time for you. That shit is always
Right.
so dumb.
When
I've
I was
fallen
in
victim to
school,
doing it before.
I used to
of
like
just having
in the
that kind of
breaks, during the
mentality,
breaks,
but it never ever works. And
I played
I don't know why.
mobile
I
games,
get the
'cause
appeal of
everybody
it. I
did,
was gonna
right?
say I don't know why it's
Clash,
so popular.
Among Us,
But,
like
I
I
get
had
it. It
whole
makes sense.
whole
The idea
Among
of
Us
just being,
lobbies
like, on
in the
top of
middle
all
of
your
chemistry
shit and just
class.
grinding
You
and
feel
like
me?
a lone wolf.
That kind of
Sounds
shit.
kind of cool, but it's always dumb. It never
But
works.
so when I
and
when
what
I
usually happens, at least
graduated,
in my experience,
I got my
whenever I've gone through a
PC,
phase like this,
and then
is
now I mostly play
I
games
find
on my PC.
myself
I shouldn't play that many
just
mobile
like
games.
a less pleasant person to be around. You know what I mean? It's not the best in terms of social shit. I feel like you become just like a bit of a boring person. And it's like, okay, well, that's not worth doing. And also, it doesn't work. Like, you do this shit, and you can only stay on top of your shit with this kind of mentality for so long. Like, you're a human, you need balance in life, and if you focus too hard on one thing and you just like don't give yourself a balance or break, and you take things too much to the extreme. By the way, look at them go! Oh my god!
What? No,
On
no,
the
no.
other
That's
side,
not true.
even though level 16 ones are gonna do way better in Connect.
Yeah, you can do things.
Yeah, if you basically focus
For the
too
entire
hard
day,
on one
every
thing and
day.
your grind set and all that shit, you're gonna burn out.
No.
And those things that you'd be trying to avoid, that
No, no, no.
made you do, you know,
I'm a
focus on
grind
the grind set in
maxer.
the first place, you're probably gonna fall victim to even harder, because of you're just like you're gonna be like, I'm fucking sick of this shit. I don't want to do it anymore. I just want to have a bit of fun. Like, I'm sick of the bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore. And so because of that, yeah, that's what is
Yep.
usually gonna happen.
Grind
But for
maxing.
me, the biggest thing is
And
like
every day, wake up,
I just don't like the
watch
person I
XQC.
become.
Wake
like,
up,
sure, you
watch
know, if I'm
XQC.
grinding hard on
Wake
something
up,
and I need that hardened
watch
mentality to just
XQC.
like
That's what I do.
get through something, that's when it can be kind of beneficial. But it's like, that's a part of you anyway. You don't need to have this full mentality all the time with
Right.
no balance to
No.
fucking...
It's just wake up,
That was the worst wall breakers I've ever played. To be like
Watch
that, you know what I mean? That's who you
XQC.
are anyway. So
That's all I do.
just fucking be yourself, and you should be being chilling. Fuck. What? How am I...
There's nothing else here. It's
How
just
the fuck am I
just
supposed to defend
the,
this?
the grind. The grind of
So-
being a juicer.
Clone, baby. The best card in the entire game.
That
Going
alone.
Back to it.
That's enough.
Yeah, so...
That's all you need.
I don't know. I feel like we all have, you know, goods and bad sides, but I think... Are you serious? Come on, evolve skeletons before it hits! Shit, okay. Alright, as long as we're getting wall breaker connections, they're equalizing the damage, that's fine. Fuck me. Okay, this is not a good
Yeah,
situation
I do
to be
bonk
in.
too.
This guy is trigger happy
I
with his
react to different
fucking
shit
thing
because there's
well.
not enough content.
You know what
Man.
we're gonna do? We're gonna do this.
Like he doesn't upload
Just
enough for
hope.
me.
Come on! Yes! What the yeah, usually when you have this
Right,
like
there's not
hard
enough content.
grind set mentality, you
usually
just
that's
end
what
up
I
being
upload.
naturally more of a cunt to people, or I guess less tolerant of people's shit, or just like less of a nice person. It makes sense that you're going to be more inclined to be less of a nice person when you're on your grind set and focusing on you, when in reality, being nice to people is nice
Yo,
because then
fuck
they're nice
you,
to you,
man.
and then there's
Shut
a
up.
thing called mutual
Shut up.
respect.
I'm
and when you have
nice.
respect
Okay, I'm nice.
and
This guy
know,
is just personally
people are nice
attacking
to you
me at
because
this
they
point.
like hanging around
He
with
is
you.
personally
That makes
attacking
life
me.
more
Okay,
epic, more bueno, as you'd
that's
say in
that's his
Mexico.
fault. He's not being
So-
nice by
Go, wall
watching
breakers,
me
go! Oh my god, they're
and
doing damage to the
using
humans. Anyway, level
my
16.
weaknesses just
Let me
just-
do this.
just
Fully
to fuck me, man.
And yeah, so literally don't do that, dude. It is a waste of time. That's my pro tip for the day. I hate it. It's silly. And I'm never more happy. Like, I go through these phases of doing this shit, of just being like one, I guess it's like one part of yourself. Being like the grind set guy who's, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's infinitely nicer not being that and just being a nice person who just focuses on his shit, but also, you know, has that side to them, because everybody has. Fucking,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
except me, I'm perfect.
He's right.
But
He's
everyone has
right.
a bad side. Except
Man,
me
that's
and
basic.
probably Jesus. I'd say Jesus
Like,
and Gandhi.
You can be
like
just
the
like
top
me,
three, just
right?
like nice.
You do your thing. You only watch
Fuck,
XQC,
okay. You know what? We're
but
gonna do
but you're humble about it, right?
bit of this.
You're humble. You
We're
never
just gonna keep the wizard at bay.
you don't you watch
Okay,
XQC,
perfect.
but
And
you
now the
don't
evolved
like
skeletons,
record
I'm gonna do
yourself
evolved
doing it
skeleton
and
things.
want people to see you do it.
Just one slips by.
So then you're just like me.
Right,
You feel
whatever.
me?
All right, let's focus. I know there's someone in the comments who, you know, I'm not even going to say it, because if I say this, they're going to comment it, and I'm sick of seeing that comment, so I'm not going to say it. All right, you just got blue balled. Suck it. By the way, check out this new
Blackballed.
fan art, baby. Code 10. If you're buying the fucking shop offer, if you're buying the Evolve Warbreakers, slam that in right now. Throw Code 10 in the
Man.
shop. Doesn't matter, even if you're a free-to-play player. Just fucking do it. Even if you're not going to make a purchase in your
I
goddamn
like about
life,
this guy
every 7 days, refresh
that
that shit, put it in.
He's refreshing.
Just put it in. That's
You
my
have
best
the
advice
game.
for all the virgins.
It's
in the
fun
comments.
for my TikTok
Just fucking put it in.
ADHD
Sick
TikTok
of the
brain.
bullshit. I'm not having it anymore.
So you need that Clash Royale gameplay.
What?
Right, you need that.
What the fuck was that?
But he
Golden
also
Knight?
has nice things to say,
Yeah, even the dude in the fucking stands.
unique
is like,
things to
what
say,
the fuck?
because
Play
most of
properly,
them just
dude.
scream for the
Also, how have
content.
I like not done a graze?
That's right.
on
I
this
like
dude's tower?
B-Rad. He's kind of funny.
Okay, so he's gonna play
But this
Ewis,
guy,
right?
he's like
So
real.
logs.
He's like real.
So
I'm
gonna go
it's
bang,
like
bang,
he's my
bang.
friend, and I spend
He's
every
gonna
time
go
of my
Ewis.
day
No, he's not. Come
hoping
on,
to
one
be his
connect.
friend,
Alright, we take that.
and he is my friend. Yeah, I want to marry him. That's what
I'm gonna
that's
have
what it
to
is.
do, like literally perfect defending, and still apply pressure. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
We'll do
exactly.
this. I need to save my. Oh, that's so annoying, dude. I need to save my evolved skeletons for a clutch defense like this.
Yeah, you get me.
Now we
You
do
get
like
me, man.
this, and we okay, he's overextended. If we can defend with the evolved skeleton, I'm not even mad, dude. Just use code CAN, man. Buy the shop offers. Don't be a Sigma.
I used to watch him like
Cup.
years ago,
Just
but not
chill
anymore.
out, dude. That's my best advice. Just chill out, you know. Cruise all the way. Cruise down to the 8-minute mark, and you should be good. Smash subscribe. Here's the outro. Take us to the 8-minute mark, baby.
Yeah, 8 minutes. Brawl Stars. I never watched Brawl Stars content. I used to only play it in class with one guy who was insanely good at that shit, right? He was completely cracked at that game. And I kinda tryharded, but I had none of the good shit. All my shit was underleveled bullshit. And I was getting carried. But I was good at the game anyway, right? Let's see. White people food. I like puzzle games as well. This guy's a cool YouTuber. Putin. Debunking Putin. You want Putin?
Tucker Carlson's interview with Putin
This
has
is a
over
serious video.
140 million
Despite
views
the
on
thumbnail,
Twitter,
it's serious.
7 million on YouTube, and has probably been seen by over 200 million people across all platforms. The interview was over 2 hours long, and Putin spent the first 30 to 40 minutes discussing Russian history to explain the historical justification for Russia invading Ukraine, and went back over 1,000 years to exonerate Russia. If you look through the comments, you would think Putin is the smartest guy in the world. Just look how these people are gushing over his excellent knowledge of Russian history. The big problem? It's a lie. His history is complete Russian nationalistic and iridescent propaganda. He framed things in such a disingenuous way to make Russia seem like the victim to Poland and Austria throughout his explanation, and straight up lied or lied by omission numerous times. After seeing the shocking reception, especially by the supposed free thinkers, I decided to quickly debunk as much of it as I could
Do you
without
like
going
history
too
videos?
in-depth, so I'll try to keep the video
I like
relatively
them.
short.
They're fun.
Before we
Even
get
though
into
most
the
of
video,
them
please leave a
bullshit,
like and comment so more
they're
people can
just
see
so
the video
fun.
and are not ensnared by the Russian falsities. Please correct anything you think I'm wrong about in the comments and add anything you think I missed. As the interview is so long, I'm obviously not going to be able to go over everything. The ultimate goal is to learn from history, so if I missed anything, do correct me. And if you like what you see throughout the video, please subscribe at the end. You need a brief historical background before we jump in to clarify many of the points I'm about to make. Unlike today, Europe for most of its history was not composed of solely or mostly ethnic states where one group or people live in a nation. There are a few obvious exceptions today, with the Catalans in Spain or the Sorbians in Germany, but for the most part, European nations are relatively homogeneous now. The very idea of a nation-state first appeared not at the Treaty of Westphalia in 1648, as is often repeated, but over 100 years later.
Yeah, what
While this
after?
may sound bizarre to many of you, nationalism only became a popular idea in the late 18th and early 19th century through the French Revolution, and it was spread throughout Europe by Napoleon. Nationalism, as we know it, did not exist throughout European medieval or Renaissance history. People were ruled by other ethnic groups all the time. Hungary had a Polish king, the Italians were ruled by Germanic emperors, the English were ruled by a combination of Danes, Normans, and Frenchmen, and Spain had an Austrian dynasty for over 150 years. I could go into more detail on the history of nationalism if you'd like, so comment if you want a video on that. Slavs were certainly no exception to the rest of Europe throughout the Middle Ages. A few terms must be established to understand East Slavic history, as they constantly appear and have been incorrectly used by Russian nationalists to falsely claim all Slavic history as Russian. The most obvious example are the Rus, who were a combination of Norsemen, East Slavs, and Finnic tribes to eventually form together into the Kievan Rus states, which lasted from the 9th to mid-13th century. This group are the ancestors for Russians, Belarusians, and Ukrainians. The following are all umbrella terms for Slavic populations. Ruthenian is a blanket term for any non-Russian East Slav. Ruthenia as a region was, and still is, extremely vague, being anywhere from Ruthenia proper, Ukraine, the old Kievan Rus people, or anywhere from the Black Sea to the Baltic Sea. It was essentially the medieval term for any East Slav, but was continued to be used up until the 20th century. Rusians are East Slavs native to the East Carpathian mountain regions in Central Europe, and they are predominantly Eastern Catholics.
Sure.
Roughly 250,000 Slovaks are Rusins, while
Yeah, like
850,000
10,
Rusins still
11.
live in
I can go
Ukraine.
that far.
They speak a unique language to Russians and Ukrainians and are a different people. Tatars are a combination group between Cumans, Goths,
8.
Mongols, and Turks that emerged from the Turkic steppe and migrated into Eastern Europe. Lastly, Cossacks are nomadic East Slavs who originate from the steppe lands and live in Ukraine and Russia today.
It's 8 p.m.
Now, let's hear Putin's history of the Rus and Russia, and I will go through and add context and explain what he got wrong or lied about.
And it is considered to be the year of the establishment of the Russian state in 862, when the townspeople of Novgorod invited a Varangian prince, Rurik, from Scandinavia to reign. In 1862, Russia celebrated
just
the
Belgium.
1000th anniversary of its statehood. And in Novgorod,
Just
there is a
Belgium,
memorial
actually, and Belgium
dedicated to the
is small,
1000th
but
anniversary
tiny.
of the country.
The Russian state was not founded in 862 by Prince Rurik. Rurik was simply a Varangian chief who was invited to rule in Novgorod.
Hmm. I knew
Varangians
you
were
were gonna
Vikings
say
when all
that, man. Please react to TikTok. Man, you want TikToks? I know TikToks, alright. XQC reacts. I just hold up. Just right. See this? 2 hours, 3 hours. I haven't seen these. These are new too. And what this means is I'm gonna do this. Because he's gonna be at the bottom too, yeah. And I'm gonna put my shit over here. Put it over here. Wait, where is his chat? Fuck, man. Okay, I'm just gonna put it over his face. Well, that's nothing, man. 4 hours is nothing.